watching Crankin Out Crafts. I'm Deb. We're back here at Market City for the Crankin Out Crafts on the road. We're showing the We Are Memories punch boards. Today we're going to be doing the bag board. This is so much fun to do. You can do whatever color you want. You can do whatever ribbon you want. You can do it in 3 different sizes, small, medium, and large. I'm going to show you the large one today. For the large bag, it's going to tell you the directions on here, so you can just follow on here. It's very easy. We also have, I have the paper here. I cut it to 12 inches by 8 inches. That's according to the directions here. You can do the height of the bag. You can do up to 12 inches, anywhere between 4 inches and 12 inches for your bag to be as big and small as you want. So I just chose to do 8 inches. So we're going to take the paper, and I did this little diagram here to show you that this is going to be your first one. Okay, if I were to put this in here, you can see that the starting line, you want to line it up with the starting line, and you can see where we did the scoring. So we're going to do it with our fresh sheet of paper here. So again, remember I said the large bag, it tells you small, medium, or large. That's just like an easy cheat sheet for when you're scoring and punching to get the measurements correctly. You're always going to score horizontally. There's this little notch here that you can put your scoring tool into. Then I'm going to go to the large, the L, and I'm going to score down. This is going to give me like the front of my bag. Okay? And you can see here that that's what I did. So now I'm going to take it out. I'm going to find the scored line, and I'm going to put that in here. So this point is going to line up with the scored line. I don't know if you can see that scored line in there. That's where it's going to line up with. Then you're going to punch again, and you're going to score. This time we're going to do the sides of the bag. So we're going to do this triangle, and you're just going to score with a triangle. And don't forget to do the horizontal part here. Okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to take this, and you know what? We still need to do this side. So there's one, it'll tell you here with a little arrow that this is for when you're doing the sides. You're going to score down into this line. So it'll show you here. If I were to put this on here, you can see better where my score lines are. You need to score in the line section, the side section also. Okay? Then you're going to take this, the side section, you're going to move it down to this point where it's pointing out. It's going to point down to the scored part. You're going to again punch, and you're going to score it horizontally. Now this is going to be like the front or the back side of the bag, whichever one you want to do. So you're going to go to the L, that first step that we did before. You're going to score it there at the L and go all the way down. And you want to be careful when you're pressing your scoring tool into here. Like even on here, I mean, I just like punched it right through the paper on accident. I went off the board and just punched right through. So just be careful with that when you're scoring. So you're going to take this score line you just did from the L, and you're going to pull it down to this point here, and it's going to point right at the score line. You're going to punch again, and then you're going to do the sides, the side one again, which is the triangle. So you're going to go right along the edge of the triangle, then go all the way down. Okay? And don't forget about your side. You have to do the side line every time that you're doing one of the sides. Okay, there we go. And then even for the last one, we just line it up. Again, that scored edge, that scored line there with that point, and you can just punch it, and it gives you the nice ending. Now this little guy here, you can just cut off. Okay, so now you have the bottom of your bag. You could start folding it now, but we also want to have the nice holes for your ribbon. I want them to be in the correct areas. So what you would do is you would go ahead and start here, and you line it up with this point right there, okay? There we go. And you're just gonna move it down, and everywhere that you see a score line, I know it's gonna be hard for you guys to see, but you can kind of see from over here, you wanna line it up with that score line right there. So every time you see a score line, you're just gonna punch. This side is a little bit more difficult for the punch to go through than the other side when you're actually making the bottom of the bag. So this one is gonna be the top of the bag, the holes are. Okay, so as you're punching, you wanna kind of scoot the things out from underneath, that way it doesn't build up and make it harder for you to punch with all of the built up little punchy pieces. So we're gonna go down here to the score line. If you can't really see the score line, you can definitely feel it when you put your hand over the paper. And then we're gonna take it down here to the last one. There we go. And so now we have all of our little holes, all of our little notches for the bottom of our bag. So then we can start folding with our creasing tool. And we're just gonna put it together here. And you just crease it at all of the score lines. Every score line that you see, you want to crease it. So you just go along. As soon as you get all these creases done, it's just gonna fall right into place. And you just use a little bit of double-sided tape you can have ready for you when you're ready to put it on, or I can actually put some on the edge here. This is our large bag, so it's gonna be tall. You can't really do anything about the width of the bag. It's always gonna be, I think it's always gonna be 2 inches is what the instructions say. So I'm just gonna take this. I took my double-sided tape, I put it on there, I'm gonna line up the edge. I'm just gonna tape this together. Okay, and now I just need to do the bottom of the bag. I'm just gonna take this double-sided tape that I had ready, put it down. To make this even more decorative and custom, you can add a stamped image to the front of it. Sometimes I just take my creasing tool and I just press it on the bottom, make sure the tape is pretty secure in there. It also has these creases here on the side. Remember that triangle you made? You just want to crease, kind of like just gently crease it like that. And on the other side too. And then you can add your ribbon, you can have twine, baker's twine, rat tail, whatever you want to add to it. This one we added a stamped image. You can add a monogram to it for your wedding, graduation colors, whatever you want to do. So, and that's it for the We Are Memories punch boards. Thanks so much for checking us out. Be sure to see our Instagram at BF Crafts.